about due for an EGR update video on my 2007 LBZ Duramax. So let's get started. Alright, so after the Egr Delete install, I've driven about 500 miles or so I think we're about due for a new video to kind of give you an update on some of the issues that I might have had and what you need to look for when you're doing the install. Okay, so if you're watching this, you've obviously watched my install video, so make sure you check that out if you haven't already. So the intake tube right here, one of the things that I have noticed, very important guys, when I was talking about this bolt right here lining up, I was actually able to get this bolt to line up as well, this other bracket. Make sure you line up both bolts and tighten them down very tightly, because mine actually did get loose about 200 miles later on the highway. This whole intake piece actually got loose, and yeah, I was blowing a lot of black smoke. Check it out. So the biggest questions that I've actually been getting lately on this whole install was, you know, what have you done with your unused connectors? Has your engine actually thrown an EGR code? That kind of thing. So this is what I'll advise to you. Of course, EFI Live is the way to go. I went ahead and did the EFI Live by Idaho, Rob. I did have an EGR blocking plate before I did the install. So before I did the install, I actually had a programmer. I had EFI Live done to my truck. So of course I'm not going to throw any codes, but for those of you guys that don't have that capability, one of the things I will recommend is it's called a finger stick. You can buy them off eBay. They're pretty cheap. They're about 50 bucks. And the problem is you're going to actually have to get into this little panel right here, and it's nothing chock full of wiring. There's a how-to video out there, I'm sure of it. So go ahead and invest into that, look into that if you don't want to throw a code. But it's not going to affect anything other than an annoying engine light. Yeah, if there's anything that I haven't covered already that you have questions about, please leave them in the comments below. If I can't answer them, I'm hoping that maybe someone else can pick up for me, but I should be able to answer your questions.
Thanks a lot.